from what seems to have been read, because we've managed to distinguish, but we never see the thing whole and get to the uniting. So the uniting just very it's terrible.
So that's the whole point, sir. So unless the mind understands the nature of thinking,
yes,
really, very, very, very deeply, mere control means nothing. Personally, I have never controlled a thing. It may sound rather absurd, but it is a fact.
Marvelous.
Never. But I watched it.
Yes.
The watching is its own discipline in its own action. Discipline in the sense, not conformity, not suppression, not adjusting yourself to a pattern, but the sense of correctness, the sense of excellence. When you see something, why should you control? Why should you control when you see a poisonous bottle on the shelf? You don't control. You say, that's quite right, you don't drink. You don't touch it. It's only when I don't read the sign properly, when I see and I think that it is a sweet, then I take it. But if I read the label, if I know what it is, I won't touch it. There's no control.
No, of course not. It's self-evident.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm thinking of that wonderful story in the Gospel about Peter, who in the storm gets out to walk on the water because he sees his Lord coming on the water, and he's invited to walk on the water, and he actually makes it a few steps, and then it says he loses faith. But it seems to me that one could see that in terms of what you've been saying. At the point where thought took over, he started going down. That was the time when he started going down. But he was actually the reason that I'm referring to that is because I sense in what you're saying that there is something that supports, that is a support, that's not a support that's fragmented from something else, but there is an abiding something which must be sustaining the person.
I wouldn't put it that way, sir. That leaves a door open, that opens the door to the idea in you there is God.
Yes, I see the trap.
In you there is the higher self. In you there is the Atman, the permanent.
Maybe we shouldn't say anything about there.
No, we can say this, no. To see, look what we have done, sir, this morning. To see appetite, desire, to see the implication, the structure of pleasure, and its no relation to enjoyment and to joy, to see all that, to see it, not verbally, but actually, through observation, through attention, through care, through very careful seeing, that brings an extraordinary quality of intelligence. From intelligence is sensitivity. To be utterly sensitive. In seeing. If you call that intelligence the higher self or whatever, it has no meaning. You follow?
It's as though you're saying at that instant it's released.
Yeah. That intelligence comes in observation.
Yes.
And that intelligence is operating all the time if you allow it. Not if you allow it. If you are seeing. I mean, I have seen all my life people who have controlled, people who have denied, people who have negated, who have sacrificed, who have controlled, suppressed furiously, disciplined themselves, tortured themselves. And I say, for what? For God? For truth? A mind that is made tortured, crooked, brutalized? Such a mind can see truth? Certainly not. You need a completely healthy mind. A mind that's whole, that's mind that is holy in itself. Otherwise you can't see something holy. Unless the mind is sacred, you can't see what is sacred. So, and I said, sorry, I won't touch any of that. It's no meaning. So, I don't know how it has happened that I've never for a second controlled myself. I don't know what it means.
And yet, amazingly, you know what it is in others.
Oh, obviously you can see it.
So this is something that you're able to see without having
gone through it.
Yeah, without having gone through it. Now this to me is profoundly mysterious.
No,
I don't mean in the sense of mystification.
No.
But I mean miraculous.
No, not necessarily. I'll show you something, sir. Must I get drunk in order to find out what it is to be sober?
Oh no.
Huh?
No.
Can't I see a man who is drunk and say, for God, see the whole movement of drunkenness, what lies behind it, what he goes through. See it and say, I'm finished.
But it seems to me in my listening to you that you're doing more than just observing that someone over there has fallen on his face. Therefore,
No.
You're right. There's something that's very deep here,
Of course.
at least to me,
Yes, sir.
that you've said. Control, in the very, very deep sense, is an activity, not a product.
Yeah.
And something that you haven't experienced that we would call normally intangible is nevertheless acutely present to you.
Yes.
And I take it that what you've said is that intelligence reveals that. Intelligence, if intelligence is allowed to reveal it.
I think, sir, not allowed. That's a danger, to allow intelligence to operate. Which means you have intelligence, then you allow it.
Yes, I see the trap of that construction. Yes, I see what you mean. Yes, because now we've got an observer who's got a new gimmick.
Yeah.
Yes, I see what you mean. Yeah. Please go on, please.
So, you see, that's why discipline has a different meaning. When you understand pleasure, when you understand its relationship to enjoyment and to the joy and happiness and the beauty of happiness, beauty of joy and so on, then you understand the utter necessity of a different kind of discipline that comes naturally. After all, sir, look at the word discipline in itself means to learn. To learn, not to conform, not to say I must discipline myself to be like that or not to be like that. The word discipline, as we both see, is to learn. That to learn means I must be capable of hearing.